Hey, happy 4th of January to all of my friends, all my family, all my people out there. And those of you who follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, thank you so much for doing that. I do appreciate it. My name is Jay Goff, and currently with Legacy Leadership International, but that is soon to change because some of you may have seen the announcement from my wife and I. We are actually merging our two businesses together. If you will, since we're a married couple for life, we decided let's just be married in our business as well. So we are joining forces, and so the inspiration, influence, investments, and impact is just going to double up, and so we're excited about that opportunity to be working together and building and doing that together. So that's something to look for. So right now, it is still currently Legacy Leadership International, but like I say, that is going to change. And we're coming up, we're trying to think of some words right now exactly, or a name for our business. And so we're kind of leaning towards golf consulting, but that's just one that we're looking at. So look for that coming out soon, and we'll be making some changes as well. So, but hey, what I want to talk to you today about is, our word for the year. That's the one thing we hear about. Besides setting goals, and developing a goal plan or growth plan for 2018, as part of the process of growth, every year we do that. What's my goal for 2018? What is it I hope to achieve and aspire and to complete and accomplish this year? And I like to help people focus on further out and then build your way back to help you picture what you need to do in 2018 to make the big picture a reality. But what I want to talk about today is the other thing that we always talk about is our word for the year. What is your word for the year? Have you set up a word for the year? Do you need help identifying your word for your year? Now, the words are powerful. We all know that. Words are powerful. They're powerful tools. They're powerful to help us, to remind us, to hold us accountable, to drive us to do what it is we desire to do. When we attach a word to something, we make it real. It's almost like when you bring a stray animal home, they always say, now don't give it a name. Because if you give it a name, you're not going to want to take it somewhere else. You're not going to want to give it away, right? You're going to want to keep it. And so as soon as you give something a name, there's an emotional attachment to it. When you meet people for the first time, in formalities, we call them by their surname, their last name, right? Mr. Jones, Mrs. Smith, there's not a real connection there when we are known by our formal names. But when we are given the freedom to use the first name, hey, call me George. Hey, call me Susan. Hey, call me Jay. Call me Jay. Then we begin to build a relationship based on that. Why? Because names are important. What we name, something we attach to. So this year, for 2018, what is your word for the year? Now, I have friends who their word for this year is things like dedicated, intentional, powerful movement. There's words that they use, humble, humility, things like this, courageous, strength, empowerment, passionate, persistent. They come up with all these words to help them become more of what they want to become. So I want to encourage you, what is your word for 2018? And it can be more than one word. It could be a phrase. Nike has "just do it," right? And that's a powerful phrase to call you to action, to just get up and do it. Don't ask questions, just jump up and take initiative. So, what is your word? And I want you to think about that. And when you think about that word, what would be good for you is to share that word with your friends. Share that word with other people who will maybe hold you accountable to it. But when you say it out loud, first, when you give it a name, okay, there's an attachment. When you say it out loud, it makes it real. And when you share it with others, it makes you accountable. You want to hold that up. Now, for me, and I've gone through a lot of thinking on this, but for me personally, I came up with 2 words for this year, and it's something I need to, in order to, for me to succeed. I needed some power words that's going to help me to succeed, that I know is going to encourage me. And for me, it's extreme intentionality. Now, intentionality is something I talk a lot about, being intentional, not having good intentions, but being intentional. There's a difference. The extreme intentionality is being very, very intentional about it. It's about having an opportunity, right, that is about to present itself, and I need to do what I need to do right now. If that means I need to eliminate some things, some programs, some activities, what do I need to do to build the big picture, to build the big project, the opportunity? What do I need to do? There's things that, we can all be good at a lot of things, but we truly desire to be great at something. And you can't be great at something if you're good at a lot of things. So I have to look at, and this is something I still have to sit down and do. What's the big thing I want to achieve? And then look at the smaller things that I'm involved with and activity and things like this. What are some things that, 1, has nothing to do with the big thing? 2, is a distractor from the big thing. Because if I'm investing my time in 5 small things, I'm limited on the time I can do with the 1 big thing. Maybe 2 big things. I'm limited. So let's say with 1 big thing, I have 1 big project, okay? And I've got 5 other small things or activities or things that I'm involved with or I'm doing. If they don't get me to my greatest goal and my greatest desire to fulfill that which would make me great and add more value to more people, then I need to look at eliminating some things. Either eliminate or limit. If the 5 smaller goals do not align with the bigger goal, then I have to look at them, or do they have any partiality whatsoever? Not partiality, but do they have any part to play? So there may be some limited activity on that to build the bigger goal. Or if it has nothing to do with it, nothing to do with my growth, nothing to do with me helping other people succeed and add value to them, then it could be something that I need to just completely eliminate. And so if I have that gap, then it's not that I have to find something else to fill that gap. What I've got to do now, and what I should do, is use that time to invest into the bigger picture. So I can eliminate, limit, or align, and I talk about those 3 things also when it comes to building relationships, considering our relationships. But limit, eliminate, or align my other activities to my grander desire. And I want to encourage you to do that. So for me, it's extreme intentionality to this year. It's extreme intentionality to focus on this year. What's yours? What is your 1 word? What is your big power word? Your big power 2 words? Your big power phrase? What is it? I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to share that with me in the feed below this recording. Achieve that. I'm Jay Goff with currently Legacy Leadership International, and excited about the new year coming up. We are just beginning, and it's going to be a phenomenal year. I got my numbers for the year, and I'm working towards that, and I hope you've got your number, and I hope you have your power word as well. So if I can ever be of assistance to you and help you in coaching, come speak to your event or set up a workshop and training for you in personal, professional, and relationship development with a key focus on leadership, let me know. Reach out to Jay at legacy-leadership.com, or you can call me at 417-298-6419. And until the next time we meet, my friends, be blessed and be a blessing.
Thank you.